Hey, we are here with Gamebound, playing some more Monsterhearts, the game about teenage monsters and all the drama, hormones, and spookiness that entails. How you guys doing?
Well, to be fair, I think Iclyn's the only one who's really spooky.
I don't know. Gris' backstory is filled with like weird
Yeah, but Gris doesn't know that.
programs. That's true.
He's just edgy.
Also, Zaff literally is driving a girl slowly insane by making her attracted and repulsed to him at the same time.
That's high school, dude.
No.
I mean, that's just high school.
That's just.
I don't know who you're calling a teen monster.
Oh boy.
I'm just a troubled teen. Okay.
mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
That's all.
Sure.
Not a
Zaff.
monster. That really hurts when you say that.
Oh boy. All right, so let's get started here. Let me look at my notes real quick just to make sure I didn't have anything in particular. The last thing we left off with is Iclyn and Gris and Zaff all had a confrontation right outside the school. And Zaff was trying to get Gris to stay there so that Quinn could come and grab him again because apparently it's for his own good. And Iclyn was trying to get anyone to notice her. And some stuff happened. Iclyn and Gris ran away. They got away. And they ended up in the cemetery.
In a mausoleum.
Yeah, and Iclyn's like, hey, so you know how I became visible in the first place? Instead of just being like a transparent, invisible ghost? Well, my best friend who I grew up with came to my grave and said, I really want you here. I wish you were here. And then I appeared to her, and then she died because she had a heart attack.
I remember that. I was trying to get through that with a deadpan face so hard. You guys just all started laughing. I'd lost it. I was like, I can't.
And that's basically where we left off with that stuff.
Oh, hey, stream. Do you want to meet my son and get Caleb all these views? Look how cute he is.
William stream debut.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! There's my son.
Oh.
Stream baby.
Stream baby.
I need to. I don't think my son has appeared on these streams either yet. I think I had him appear on one of the podcasts we've done since he was born. But
so what you're saying is Alyssa's beaten you twice then?
It's not a competition. It's not a competition.
Yes, it is.
It's fine.
It's not a competition because you
It's
lost.
all a competition. You're losing.
Okay, fine.
It's fine.
Alyssa coming out on top.
Iclyn dies.
No. Hey, perfect. That's what she wanted.
I'm already dead. What more can you do to me?
Iclyn is now alive and will never die.
Oh no, that is worse.
Yeah. So, there's obviously stuff that like is going on that we need to like follow up with and like pursue. But I think the first thing we see is just like the classic like early morning at the school. The new janitor who's like just been hired is like replacing the letterboard sign, right? And now it says, it's Spirit Week. Today is Thursday. It's Thursday. Today is Dress Like a Teacher Day. And then
It is terrifying.
we start to see some students, dressing up as their favorite.
Just like a teacher day or career day?
I think it's literally dress like a teacher. Like you're supposed to like mock dress one of the faculty at the school. So yeah. And I think at this point only Zaff is like the one who's like going to school. But one thing we did realize is that for Iclyn and Gris to go to homecoming, they have to buy tickets. So
Alyssa and I have discussed this.
Cool. And
we know what we want to do.
Sounds good. I mean, that needs to probably happen sometime today. Right.
It will. Yes.
But you guys can figure that out at your leisure.
Because we need to get money somehow. That's really the thing.
It won't be leisurely. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, that's fair. You guys don't have any money.
We know where to get some.
But we know what we're going to do.
Oh, boy. Well, since they have a very clear idea, let's go to Zaff, who probably doesn't have a clear idea what's going on here. So I think probably we see you get to school. And, we'll give you Zaff. Which teacher did you decide to dress as?
I am probably.
Or did you not care to participate?
Well, I'm trying to decide if Zaff would care enough to make a statement against Miss Quinn
Mm-hmm.
to look
dressed as Miss
ridiculous
Quinn,
her.
but dressed as a vampire.
Yeah, something like that. Dressed as her and then put on fake vampire teeth.
Mm-hmm. That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah. Would he do it though?
So keep in mind that she tried to kill you.
Yeah.
You managed to hypnotize her and told her to protect you, so she can't do that now. But she's still mad at you for killing a dude, and so she's like, "We need to train." So detention every day afterwards, sort of a thing, right?
Yeah, maybe I'm just dressed like maybe I'm just dressed like Nick, because first name basis with that teacher everybody's on. Yep. Just and of course a classic just tweed jacket, kind of probably just me wearing my normal clothes with the tweed jacket on.
Sure.
And then maybe training with Miss Quinn. I have some vampire teeth in my backpack that I'll put on just in front of her to be dressed like you.
Yeah, and I think this is probably you passing by your office, right? And she's just frowns at you, because this is I think it's still in the morning, right as everybody's getting to school and stuff. So you pass by your office on the way to whatever is first, and yeah, she frowns at you when you do that, but you put little fake vampire teeth on, and she says, "Zaff, come in here. We have something we need to talk about what happened yesterday."
I go in.
She closes the door, and she says, "Any chance you can skip school today?"
Yes, you're telling me to skip school?
I'm telling you that we need to find Gris and Iclyn. And I don't think they're going to show up here.
I'm just kind of I swear I tried my hardest yesterday.
No, I know. I could tell. And I appreciate that. But, well, Gris in trouble. Someone is after him, and if I don't... Has she told you that that is Mr. Pearson who's after him? Is that what... Okay, Alyssa's nodding. Let's say, even if she hasn't, we'll say she tells you now, just so it doesn't matter either way. Mr. Pearson is after him, and he's a dangerous man. And if he finds Gris, then not only is Gris in some serious danger, but, well, things won't go well for me either. So, we need to find him, and, well, Iclyn. If maybe Iclyn can lead you to him to find her first. Either way, we need to find Gris and secure him. So, I need you to look for them. Is that something you can do for me? I'll tell you what, if you do that, then we won't have to do detention today.
Well, that was a given, because I'm not coming to school. I'm not coming back to school for detention.
She frowns at you like I couldn't just have you come to my house, because what we're actually doing is vampire training. So, what I mean is no vampire training today.
How about no detention, and next time I see you, you give me some homecoming tickets?
She frowns, and she's like, I think bites her lip. Zaff, I'm trying to be nice to you. Do you really want to get on my bad side?
I thought I was already on your bad side.
Well, now you certainly are. Who are you taking to homecoming, Zaff? And
I would think of how smart you act, you would know already.
Yeah.
How much you monitor me in my life.
She stares at you as if she's trying to like read your face. Like she asked that question on purpose to get to see how you would react. And she says, Zaff, do you have something you need to tell me?
I'm quite confused at what you're getting at here.
And I think I want you to roll to like, what's it called?
Shut down?
No, not shut down. There's the one that's like, let me. I just should have opened up the book here. There's the one that's like, act under pressure or whatever it is.
Which one is that? Is that?
It's like the first one. Let me see if I can
Keep your cool.
Keep your cool. Yeah, I think that's the one I'm thinking of. Let me pull this open.
Is that just cold?
Keep your cool. Yeah, here we go. When you keep your cool and act despite fear, and fear in this case is just like what she could do to you. Like it's not that you're like terrified, but like
I know she has power.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cold.
Okay.
So I think like basically you're just trying to like blow this off in such a way, like move past her iron gaze so she won't press any further about this. Yeah, so with cold. Whoa, that was loud.
Emily didn't actually type a novel first.
It's true. It wasn't worth it.
So, failure. Let's see here.
When I have something interesting to write, just you wait.
Let's see. I need to pull up. It's been a while since we played this game, so I'm just... What are these called? I'm just trying to look at what stuff I have to work with when you fail.
What she's gonna do to me for failing this roll.
Find those. Oh yeah, MC reactions is what it's called. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. So she just says, been having someone watch you, Zaff, ever since I found out about the man you left. Well, I had a friend of mine tell you yesterday. What have you done to Cass? You've obviously... What? I'm trying to think of what they would call the hypnotic thing, if they would just call it hypnosis or they have some sort of special word for it. Have you marked her, changed her, influenced her at all? Are you playing with her?
No, she's my girlfriend.
She frowns. No, she doesn't frown. She like raises an eyebrow. And she says, I have worked at this school for a long time, Zaff, and I've known Cassie Chandler for, well, ever since she came to this school. And there's one thing I know about her, it's that she's not a slut. And yet...
Oh!
And yet...
Wow.
Suddenly...
Can I like roll to slap her?
You
don't talk about my blood bag girlfriend that way.
You could have just saw the blood bag.
She's also kind of my girlfriend. Jeez.
Okay. I'm sure that's what Zaff wants to tell himself.
Yeah. It makes me feel better.
Let me... I don't know what the move is here.
Hot.
It's lash out physically, obviously.
I say volatile.
Yeah, roll with
probably.
volatile. Yeah.
Dang, this isn't gonna go well. I have a -1.
This is gonna be interesting.
Don't forget to mark the experience for your last roll too.
Oh,
Right.
don't worry, I did.
Okay, excellent.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Yikes.
Awesome. So
Yet another experience.
yep. I can't stand for that. You can't say bad things about Cassie.
sure. Oh, so interesting. So you have just attacked the teacher.
I have.
So I think the failure here is that the hypnosis you did on her is broken, right?
Oh no!
Because you said
Is she
protect
gonna
me.
kill me? She's just gonna kill me.
She said protect. You said to protect her or protect you, but you're kind of like canceling that out because this person, the hypnosis isn't just gonna let you like pound her while like she just can't do anything about it, right? So yeah, you slap her across the face just like once, like the dramatic slap, right? And
Yeah.
like a little bit of blood appears, like just like you cracked your lip, but obviously doesn't like bleed a whole lot because you're a vampire. There's still blood in there somewhere, but there's no blood pressure. And she just turns back and just blinks. And I'm trying to decide, because the thing is, she still wants to use you, right? She doesn't want to go searching around town all by herself. So I think what she does is she just smiles because she knows what happened, but you don't, right? She knows, like, okay, if I need to kill him, I can. And so she just kind of smiles and laughs a little bit. She just, fair enough, Zaff. Fair enough. Go look for them, and I'll get you home. I'll get you your homecoming tickets.
She got so caught up about the fact that I was asking for homecoming tickets. Jeez Louise, lady. Where do you think I would get money from? My parents who love me? No.
That's true. That's fair.
No, from my vampire mother who hates me.
And who you blackmail to give you things. Yeah.
And hypnotize so they don't kill you.
Yeah, like she hasn't done worse to me already.
Cool. Well, let's do this then. Zaff, let's have you make a roll real quick to go look for them, right? And then we won't have you find them right away, even if you do. We'll cut to them and maybe you'll show up at a suitably dramatic moment, depending on what's happening.
Okay,
This
so I
is gonna be
guess
interesting.
do I just gaze into the abyss about them?
Well, yeah, let's take a look. I'm not
That would
entirely
make
sure.
sense.
It might be. Look at these moves again. Yeah, that seems.
Don't
to be
worry,
the
guys.
case.
With the rolls I'm having, you will be hidden forever.
Yeah, gaze into the abyss. When you gaze into the abyss, name what you're looking for and roll with dark.
I'm looking for Gris.
Yeah, so your like eyes light up and you're like, I am on the hunt now. Vampire looking for his prey.
The thing is, given what the situation is, if Emily rolls well, it makes sense.
Right. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
Of course.
And I have a -1 to dark.
That's great.
Okay. It makes
All right.
sense.
Well, that just makes
Go
it more
ahead.
dramatic. It's great. This is
Mhm.
fine.
Go ahead, Alyssa. Go ahead and say what we're doing since it was your idea.
Yep.
Okay, great. Me and Gris are gonna go break into Mr. Pearson's house
Because we need money.
because we want to find out about the program and we need money. So Because I mean, he must go to work. Like that would be the last
Yeah.
place he'd expect us to be.
I mean, that is definitely true.
He's working.
That doesn't mean you'll get
He's
away
at
with
work,
it,
and
but-
like his son's at school, right?
As the saying goes, the closer we are to danger, the further we are from harm.
It's the least thing he'll expect.
Because I could just go through walls, so I can literally just like go in, unlock the door, and let Gris in, and Gris knows where they live because he's been there.
Yes,
exactly, and because Zaff knows that he's our only friend, he'd probably check there first.
Okay, cool. So this seems like, I mean, you can get in the house fine because you're right, Iclyn, you have the like ghosty stuff. So, and that's already a move. So it's like, that's the narrative position you need to just be able to do that without a roll. In terms of like, so you're just trying to find money. I mean,
no. So we're trying to find information about the primary goal is to find information about the program.
Okay. All right.
That's our primary goal. But getting money for the dance is a secondary goal.
I believe there's a help someone with a role thing, right? There a move for that?
I don't know.
I was thinking potentially that Iclyn would go inside and then Gris would stay outside and kind of keep watch.
Oh, yeah.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Seems right. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and
that makes sense. You don't want to get trapped in there.
Yes. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's go ahead and have Iclyn make a gaze into the abyss roll then, to see what she can suss up.
Okay. All right. So rolling dark.
If anything, you can steal some jewelry and we can bring it to a pawn shop.
Yeah. Wow.
Nice.
Look at me.
So what are you looking for exactly, Iclyn? Like, so information about the program, but like what specifically? What do you really want? Like about Gris specifically?
I mean, I really want to know like how Gris was created.
Yeah.
And like that, like just stuff about him.
What is up with Gris? Okay.
What is up with Gris?
What's the deal with Gris?
So the thing is,
because I mean, like, I really don't care that much about the program. It's just that I'm just trying to help Gris out, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's,
the thing is,
that's what
I don't think
promised to do.
I don't think Mr. Pearson would leave anything about Gris in his house. That just does not.
What about that one folder of that?
Yes.
What about that one file that he had on me?
Didn't you take it?
And when I escaped, I left it in the car, I think. Because like he brought me in his car, I escaped, but I left behind the file.
Okay. Yeah, right. Because
I don't think I got
rolled to run
away.
away, and that was the thing you had to leave behind because you were like, I got a partial success. I remember that now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? I think it makes sense that would probably be the only thing that he would have left behind by chance. I mean, it's only been a couple of days since then.
Well, I mean, he could also keep it in a safe, and I just
yeah, exactly,
you know,
and that's what it is, right? It's like
grab it from.
I think he's paranoid enough that in most circumstances he would have nothing about the program in his house, but I think he probably does have that folder still in the house. So I think you find a safe
in just a few days.
Exactly, you find it, and he's hoping to find you again and maybe like show you it again, right? So I think like. You find a safe, and you know a safe is probably a good thing to look for in this situation anyway. And so you find this, and at first you're like, oh, okay, just some jewelry and stuff, which you can take if you want to, but and then you find a little manila folder as well with pictures of Gris in it.
Excellent. What do I learn? Or should I just like take? I guess I could just take.
Yeah,
the
let's have you just take it for now.
Okay,
and then we can dramatically like have you guys read it together, right?
Yeah, and I definitely take some like cash that he has in the safe also.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So you have money for home cooking. You can go drop like $100 bill on the counter and try to get change for
sketchy.
That.
Yeah. My dad didn't have any change. You know,
he works at a bank. So I think what happens is so that's what happens, right? You grab this stuff, and you're walking, walking through the house to get out again. And I think the thing that we'll probably have to establish in the fiction is we know that your like clothing is part of your ghostly image,
Right.
but this stuff isn't. So if you turn like transparent, you'll drop it. Like you
Right,
can't
I'll drop it.
hold
Right. So I need to
and
walk out of the house.
You'll have
like-
to actually walk out of the house, right?
Could she like throw it out the window and like could she go out the window?
Yeah, that's fine. So all I'm saying is it takes like there's a moment of like she actually has to like she can't just fly out. And in that moment, Gris, while she's like on her way out, we know we see this shot and then we cut back to you. We see Zaff show up. Right.
That's the moment he shows up.
Yeah. So Zaff, what does this look like when you show up? Like, and I guess actually first, Gris, where are you standing? Like near the house?
I'm probably like hiding in the bushes. In all honesty, trying to not be like seen.
So Zaff,
like,
I think because of your
how-
succeeded roll, like you can just literally appear right behind him if you want to, and he won't hear you. Right. Like this is you like using your vampiric stealth. You're just like there if you want to be.
Yeah.
I'm not very discreet. I'm not very good at hiding.
Also that.
So I'd probably like appear right behind him and like grab him by the ear to drag him away, to be like,
someone, what would you do if someone came up and grabbed you behind the ear? You'd turn around and sock him in the face.
All right, sounds good. I guess you're rolling.
So what do I
lash
roll?
out
You're gonna
physically.
punch a vampire.
Volatile, yeah.
Okay,
Lash
that's
out
just
physically. Hey, you know what? Gris already killed one vampire in this campaign.
And that's right. And he is freakishly strong. So
It's true.
I don't think anything I have will help me in this.
Mhm.
And I don't think this is embodying any of my conditions. I'm be suicidal potentially, but
yeah.
so I think it's
I don't think you know enough about who you're punching to have that count. But yeah. If you were like about to go into Mortal Kombat facing off against Zaff, I would definitely say like suicidal.
so no modifiers. Succeed.
Nice.
Stranger danger punching time.
Yes, you deal harm. Zaff, what does it look like here? What are the harm boxes like in this game?
if you
Four
get so
squares.
many,
Four
then like
boxes.
you have to skirt death.
Yeah, so I think probably you get 2 harm.
Who?
Zaff.
Whoa, that's a crazy punch.
He's freakishly strong, right? Like he's
Yeah.
literally superhero levels of strong. He literally like just shoved Brandon once and made him fly across a parking lot and break his arm. So
I probably do have to show up to school about because I did promise Brandon.
you promised Brandon drugs. Yes, you did. Maybe you told Iclyn right before she went into the house. Hey, and if you see some like prescription medicine, just grab that for me, please.
You see like Tic Tacs,
Yeah.
like mints.
Does Gris have any strings on me?
No, I have 0. I checked.
I think he used to,
Okay.
and then he got hit by a train.
Yeah. Can I just try and hypnotize him?
I can't see why not. So Zaff, you get like punched across their back, like their kind of like side yard, right? You probably like crash into the fence, so it's like shattered now. And then
I
you
feel like at that point my eyes flare and I'm
yeah,
like,
you're just like no. Yeah, sounds good.
okay.
Do I have to roll for this?
No, I
No,
think
I
Zaff is
roll
okay.
hot. What happens with this string? Can I use the string to help me?
I believe
a modifier?
So I think you
Does
can
that
add
add
1 to
one?
a roll against someone. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Add 1 to your roll against them.
Wow, look at all these successes.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it doesn't continue,
Yeah, I'm hoping she fails, but
or at least partial succeed would be somewhat interesting.
Well, it still works though. She partially succeeds.
yeah, that's true. But you would
Gets to
like
choose less
essentially come
option,
in.
I believe.
Oh,
Punching
Partial
people is
succeed.
rude.
Okay, I added my strings. I don't have a string on Gris anymore. So I just say, come with me.
Okay, what's the
And
partial
so-
succeed do though?
So it works, but either you realize exactly what I've done to them, they F up my commands, or sanity is unhinged.
Wait, what were the 3 things I could do?
You realize exactly what I've done.
Uh-huh.
You F up my commands, or your sanity is unhinged.
And what
But
is
I
it?
get to choose it.
Oh, darn. What did you say again?
Come with me.
Okay.
Come with me if you want to live.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I feel like, look, it'd be interesting if you messed up my commands, but also you can just know exactly what I've done to you because I'm in trouble.
So Gris, you feel this overwhelming compulsion to just follow Zaff, but you know what's happening.
I scream out, Iclyn!
Right, exactly.
Okay, yeah. So, I definitely like fly out the window with like this. Well, I don't know because there's probably neighbors around, so I don't want to necessarily draw attention. Is there an alarm
I punched
system?
him across the lawn. The attention's been drawn.
I mean, that's fair, I guess. I don't really.
Also, keep in mind, Iclyn, that if you'd fly out the window, you have to drop the stuff. Right? Like you can't. I don't think you can even fly and do that.
With
I think it's
things?
like the
Okay.
same thing, right?
Well,
like,
she would have been on the way already. So
no, I know.
Probably
You can walk out the door right now if you want to. That's
okay.
fine.
No, I'll just walk out the door. That's fine. Gosh, what do I do though? That's the thing.
Yeah,
is I'm
exactly.
like,
I'm just kind of like, it's fine. Ghosty girl can come too.
You're just like, come on, Iclyn.
We can all
well,
go.
I guess so. I guess the thing I have to get at is like I have to like talk, like convince Zaff, like, no, like can't do this.
Mhm.
I'm like, Zaff, no, you don't understand. Like Miss Quinn she killed me. Like she is evil. You cannot give her over to Gris. She is not trying to protect him. She will.
Do you think I don't know that she's evil? Do you not see what she's done to me?
So then why are you going to bring Gris to her?
I don't have many choices in this situation.
Yes,
unless
you
I want to
do.
end up like you.
Oof.
vampire ghost.
Tries to suck blood for eternity and can never do it.
I mean, I don't know if there's something that like you could roll to try and get me to.
Right. Yeah. Try to like convince you.
I mean, that's manipulate or whatever it is. Turn someone on.
Oh gosh, I have
Hot.
-1 to hot.
I had a -1 to dark and I still rolled a 10. So it can be done.
I know, but still, it's very hard. Trying to think if there's like anything else I can do. Yeah. I mean, I have it +2 strings on you, so I guess I could use one of my strings to.
And keep in mind the way that Monsterhearts works. This is you using your feminine wiles in some way, whether or not consciously. That's what's going to happen here. If Zaff actually listens to you, he's going to think you're pretty.
I mean, that's fine with me. Emily thinking I'm pretty. That's great. I just don't even know how. I mean, I think Iclyn probably just play like the like pathetic, like the cute, like anime. Like, no, please don't do this.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like
how can you resist that, Zaff?
You're better than that, Zaff.
Don't stoop to her level.
Cool. Yeah. Do it.
Okay.
Roll hot.
All right. This is not going to go well.
You should put for what you're doing. Hypnotizing people is rude.
I only have one hand right now, so that would just take forever.
Yeah.
We can all imagine it's there.
Okay. Partial succeed.
Cool. So on a 7 and 9, they can either give you a string or choose one of the following reactions. I give myself to you, I promise something I think you want, or I get embarrassed and act awkward. All of which could give you openings to do something here.
Can
you do anything special with no,
or Iclyn chooses?
Iclyn chooses, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I choose.
You get to choose, I think, Zaff, whether or not it's. Oh no, wait. They can either give you a string. Yeah, no, you're right. It's Zaff choosing. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So I can give a string. I can act awkward.
Or give yourself to me, or make a promise you think I want.
Okay. I'm not giving myself to you. That's for sure. I belong to Cassie.
Don't you mean Cassie belongs to you?
communicative property or whatever,
Semantics.
you know? We
Semantics,
belong
Caleb.
to each other. We belong to each
Definitely
other. Let's see. It's fine. I said take another string on me.
Basically, that did nothing.
Is there anything special you can do with strings, Iclyn, with your character? I know some playbooks have
no,
stuff.
I just like get like a bunch. I can like basically get a string by doing
yeah.
like almost anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
By helping.
No. If it does nothing, then I'll get embarrassed and act awkward. I kind of feel a little bad about
disappointing
how
this cute anime girl.
I feel bad about how she's like so heartfelt with this, and I insulted the fact that she was a ghost and basically said, like, why would anybody want to be you?
Okay.
Like, that's kind of rude. And so I'm just kind of like, look, I don't know how I got myself in this position either. Everything's just happening and I don't really have control of any of it. I'm more scared of Miss Quinn than I am of you.
I have an idea.
Yeah, so
Okay,
I think no matter what, like that moment of awkwardness from Zaff allows one of you to do something, right? Like,
Okay, do you have a good idea, Alyssa?
No.
Okay, because I have an idea, but it might not work.
Okay. Well, I mean, you could just throw it out there. It's not like we have to.
My idea was essentially tell Zaff that if he helps us figure out about me and stuff, that I'll go with him afterwards. And I'll be completely and totally lying because that'll give me +2. Roll.
that seems like a good plan.
Like, I just basically your argument is like, I just want to know who I am. And once I figure that out, I don't care what happens after that.
I mean, and I'm lying because I don't want to go to Miss Quinn still.
Yeah.
So I'll say like, okay, Zaff. Oh, okay, just let me figure out who I am. Okay.
And then I hold up like the file.
Look, we're just here to figure out who I am. And I also promised I'd take Iclyn to homecoming. But past that, I don't care. So after that, I don't care. I'll go to Miss Quinn. Okay, just let me go. Let me figure out what the heck is even going on. And then I'll do whatever you want. What would that be to lie?
Yeah, I think that's keep your cool.
Is that cold or hot?
I think that's cold.
I think it's cold.
I'm assuming that's
keep your
cold.
cool.
Okay, question. So does this and then I turn to Iclyn and I wink at her. Does that mean wait, where is it? When you wait, no.
He wants to add his conditions in here.
Wait. When you take an action that embodies one of your conditions, allowing conditions you alter your sense of self, cross it off and add 1 to your roll. Does that count as that?
Oh, you get to cross it off and add 1 to your roll.
Yes.
Have we been doing that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What condition are you adding?
Liar.
I'm
Yeah, 'cause
almost
somebody
positive
labeled him
you've
as a
used
liar.
at least one of these and not crossed it off.
He had a lot of labels.
because I used on drugs and then it came back immediately by telling him I was on drugs.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And I never really used sick. Sick is kind of I could still use it later. So
that just seems. I didn't.
Oh, I've used it.
So.
I've used it a lot because the combination of that is just so okay. So cold +2. This might not work though. This might completely and totally blow up in my face. But what else can I do at this point? So.
Nice. Yeah. So Zaff, you believe him, right?
Yeah. But you're still hypnotized. You still have to come with me.
Yeah, I said, let me do. That's kind of the idea. Like, drop the hypnotism. Let me just figure this out. Then I'll go with you. Like, I'll do it afterwards.
I mean, to be fair, Zaff, like you could. I don't think this breaks the hypnotism automatically.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, and so with Zaff, you could just say, "I'll come with you."
I'm fine with that.
And then at any point, I can just pull you back if like I don't like where this is going.
Yeah, I kind of think that I'd be like, okay, fine. Like, let's go somewhere else besides Pearson's front lawn. And then let me read the file.
Can we go to your house? We don't exactly have homes.
The mausoleum. Let's just go back to the
You're
mausoleum.
going to
wanna-
punch me
I didn't
and
want
then
to
invite
give her our
yourself
secret.
over to my
I
house.
didn't punch you.
Iceland's can I come in? At least.
Like, no, we're not going to my house.
Secret hideout.
I'm
What
going-
about
the clearing by the lake.
Oh,
That's
the
where we're
lake.
gonna go.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
do that. Okay, so we're gonna go to the lake.
Cool. Yeah. And so I
and
think
we
we
can read
guys
the file.
see you head off, right? And then of course like a couple moments pass, and then we see Mr. Pearson's wife, who's like a real estate agent or something, like coming back from showing off a house and like pulls into the driveway, sees like their like side yard fence just like completely smashed, and she just
front door's
"What
just
is-"
wide.
Yeah,
Her front door's wide open.
Wide open.
What the? Yeah. Cool. And then we cut to you guys, and you get to the clearing. And I guess you read the file, right? Like I don't think there's anything else stopping you here. So we pull this open and we see, right, a couple of photos of Gris. We see him in like a gray jumpsuit or something, looking like, a couple of photos like mugshot style, right, in this gray jumpsuit. And some like weird like statistical information about him, like obviously the normal stuff like height, weight, sex, all that stuff. But then also like a couple of other terms that you don't quite recognize, such as let's see, aspect, and it says like strength/endurance, and then it says purpose, soldier.
Seek the Holy Grail. Sorry.
That says purpose.
Does not say quest. It says purpose.
Yeah.
Sorry, it just popped in my head.
Says favorite
Soldier?
color.
Yeah, purpose, soldier. And then it says quest. No, I'm kidding. So, and a couple other things like that, right? So it seems like you were some part of some sort of probably like military program, right? Like to maybe like some sort of super soldier thing. You're not entirely sure what. But it seems like this is like a curated folder to basically get you, Gris, to come back to the program. Like this was going to be Mr. Pearson's presentation to you to be like, hey, this is who you are. This is why this is important. And basically, just it tells you stuff along the lines of like, the US government paid a lot of money for this program. You're a very important piece of it. You're a special person. Like, look at all these amazing things that you can do. We can help you unlock your potential.
Oh my gosh, Gris is the winter soldier.
It's sort of like that, right? Like that is definitely the vibe we're getting from this file. Is like, and it doesn't say anything about losing your memory, like what that was about or why you would do that. Like nothing like that is clue. There's not a clue to what that was about in this file. But mainly it's just like a lot of test data and like various tests that were run on you, like judging your strengths and weaknesses, and then like notes in the margins from Mr. Pearson, basically to you, like explaining like, see, Gris, like you can do amazing things like this, and if you come back with us, then I can help you unlock your potential, that sort of thing.
Does it say like where I came from or like?
Well, it definitely says like, this program is under the power plant, right? Like this is the facility, and here's its designation, and here's the guy in charge, a general, what's his name, and in terms of like your origin, I think the only thing you see is like one of this like biographical entries is just like, I think it says country of origin unknown.
Probably what happens is Gris is flipping through it and goes like, this is it? This is always in this stupid folder the entire time? This is nothing. I know what I am, but not who. I knew I was strong. You didn't have to friggin' tell me that. Some soldier probably could have guessed that.
And you flip to the last page, and you do see something new, right? And it is it's a picture of, I think, 10 individuals. You're in that picture. They're all teenagers. This is obviously a picture that has been taken. This is like not a picture from today. Like, right. This is like maybe 40, 50 years ago, something like that.
Oh.
And one of the other teenagers in the photo is Iclyn.
I was wondering. I look at that, look at you and go, what? But, and like,
Iceland's
I see
eyes go wide and she's like, what?
the
Eyes go wide. What?
We all just like, what? Same time.
Zaff, like, I don't know what this means.
So I was number 5. No, I was 1 of 5. Was I 1 of 5 or number 5?
You were number 5 of the set. That was all it was said
Number
about you.
5 is alive. None of you. Okay, never mind. None of you have seen Short Circuit.
I think you may have already made that reference in this game.
Okay, probably. So I looked, was like, so I was number 5. Then what are you? And just turned at you, Iclyn. And how come we're still the same age?
Well, I died 50 years ago, so
Yeah, I
But
didn't.
Gris didn't.
But you
supposedly.
didn't.
Unless he's a ghost too.
I have been ghost entire time.
Yeah, it's
Punch
like
myself in the-
you're a reverse ghost where instead of like being super translucent and like going through walls, you're so solid you punch through walls.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, and
I don't
Iceland, you
know.
certainly don't know what that's about.
You don't. So you don't. What all do you remember about you, Iclyn? Other than your friend, telling, what happened with her.
I remember getting stood up for homecoming as a cruel joke. That's all I remember. And then Miss Quinn killing me and a priest named Frederick. I think he was trying to protect me.
But you don't remember, it points to the picture, like, in any of that?
I remember.
Iceland, make a roll to gaze into the abyss.
Okay. Gaze into the abyss.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
something.
Get confusing.
Yeah. So once you talk, I think like you hear we it wasn't agreed. Did Gris mention something about like the friend that you
Yeah.
had? So once he mentions that, suddenly we see, so we saw like a version of this flashback, right? Where you literally like this girl's like at your graveside and you suddenly appear, materialize, and then she goes like, oh, and it's like all comical and she falls over and has a heart attack, right? We see a version of that now that is like you coming up from the grave and choking her to death. Like plunging your hand through her chest, ripping her heart out, like horrifying images like that. And it's just like flashing in your brain. And you're just like, whoa, that's not what I remember happening. And then Gris, like, and then Iclyn, you say like, whatever happens in the conversation next. I can't remember. What did you guys say?
I said, do you remember it? That you don't, you remember that, but you don't remember this?
And then, then I said,
Go
I
ahead.
remember getting stood up for homecoming.
Yes.
And Frederick protecting me.
And as you're saying these things, right, we're seeing different versions of what we've already seen in flashback of these things, right? So like, instead of like, we see Iclyn standing in a gray jumpsuit in like a pure pristine white hallway, and there's like a couple of other kids kind of like laughing at her, and she sees like one of the boys in the set like turning away and walking away from her, and she's like standing dejected there. And then we see like the scene again with Father Frederick and Quinn like in the alley, except this time Father Frederick is in a like lab coat, and Miss Quinn is we're in that like white pristine like situation again, and Quinn is like yelling at Father Frederick, who is now a scientist or whatever, about something, and you're like crying, and then it's all gone. And you're just like, what? Okay.
Everything I know is a lie.
Sounds like high school.
So basically, I gather I was part of this program, and then I
maybe
died.
all of your memories are fabricated or like versions of
Right.
maybe like it's not exactly what you thought.
Idealized versions of what her vague memories were.
Yeah.
Like
the
Homecoming.
truth was, you can't handle the truth.
Yeah, exactly. Your mind.
It was like
created
I remember.
stuff.
Like I remember getting stood up for something. Oh, there's this thing called Homecoming. I bet
Yeah.
it was Homecoming.
Mhm. Yeah,
Oh
that's what I
God.
think.
Yikes. Yeah. I don't know if Iclyn relays any of this. I think she just
I was gonna say, you mean you don't want to share about the fact that you murdered your friend?
No.
You know what's horrible? Well, not necessarily the case. If this is what I think is in, like, Gris may have been one of the people teasing you, but I don't think necessarily, but I imagine that could be the case.
We didn't see him in the group that was teasing her, at least in that
Okay.
scene. Yeah.
Good. Okay, so this just got, and Gris he's like, okay, so this just got more confusing.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think we need to check out the power plant.
Look at Zaff.
But I also don't want to go
that.
to, but at the same time, I don't want to go to the power plant because that's where Mr. Pearson is.
Yeah, and Iclyn's like, I don't know how much I really want to go there.
Yeah, given you're in this picture, I'm not sure going there would be a good idea. Who knows the real reason you got killed? Chances are they have ways of keeping you there, even though you're a ghost. They got, the photon things don't cross streams. I forget what they're called. The Ghostbusters.
They're the Ghostbusters. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, if they can do what they did to Gris, they can call the Ghostbusters.
They are the Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Or that, yeah.
It's just like, now that she's seen this, I'm not sure if Iclyn's convinced anymore going to Homecoming is going to exactly help her pass on.
Good, because I'm not sure I'll be able to.
So Iclyn, you still feel like it that vision didn't like tear away the preternatural kind of like gut feeling you have that you have to go to Homecoming. It just kind of recontextualized it. Like you're like, I'm still not sure about this, but I still like your brain, the logical part of your brain is saying, oh, well, it probably wasn't about Homecoming at all, but your gut is still saying,
I have to go.
I have to go. Like something is still there.
You need to not be stood up for something. Because whatever the original thing is not going to happen again if it happened in the, power plant 50 some years ago. Kind of hard to repeat that.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a close alternative.
I don't know. Now I'm kind of like,
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And then so you look back down at the file, Gris, and like I think on the back of the picture, so it's like a picture like taped to the back of the back page of the folder, right? And you flip it over, and you see a little note from Mr. Pearson. It basically says, "This was your family, Gris. Don't you want to return to your family?"
This is my family, and he's the father. Oh boy, does that sound like a screwed up family?
Mm-hmm.
You're a bad, bad father.
That's who he is.
Oh, that's where you were going with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good song for Mr. Pearson, I'm sure. Yeah.
I don't know what to do. All I know is I don't want to see Mr. Pearson nor.
So
I'm not saying this out loud, by the way.
The thing is, Iclyn is still a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm still a ghost, and like, why has Mr. Pearson not come after me?
You know,
maybe he just thinks I'm still dead. I don't know.
It would make sense to me. I mean, maybe he doesn't come after you because he doesn't know about you.
Or like you're not useful anymore because you're a ghost. Like if his program is making these super soldiers, then why would a ghost be helpful to him?
I mean, ghosts are ghosts.
Yeah.
But like, how could he contain you?
Yeah, that's fair.
Can't contain
Ghostbusters.
in any
Yeah,
container.
Ghostbuster style, probably. Yeah.
He has the power to make me. He probably has the power to do something about a ghost. Seems all supernatural. This
Who
whatever
really
it is.
knows?
I'd rather not risk it, I guess, is my point.
Yeah. So the question is does Iclyn go to the program right now?
I don't think anyone wants to go there right now.
I want to go there, but at the same time, I think Iceland's like, but I promised to Gris that, like, because the thing that is like, I think her driving force is like keeping promises, right?
Yep.
And she promised Gris that she'd help him to her fullest extent find out who he is. But she's just like, have I completed that by telling him like you've been created to be a soldier, right?
You just
like,
ask him.
Have I fulfilled that promise? I don't feel like necessarily I have, but
Look, I
don't know.
Whatever I was, I don't want to be anymore. So I don't know if it matters if I find out more. Because I have a feeling it's not going to be satisfying, even if I figured out who my mom or my dad was, or if I even had one.
Gris just directly calling out the GM. There's no way
Huh?
Caleb can make a satisfied arc out of that.
Look, they're probably dead by now.
That's not what Gris. That's not what Gris. Especially now that he knows, like this was 50 years ago. He's like learning more. I have a feeling won't help.
Mm-hmm.
Like not to call it, not to like call out like, oh, there's no way this could be good. It's like I don't know if Gris, no matter what Gris learns, it's just going to hurt him more.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe kind of thing he just doesn't care anymore. He's just like,
he doesn't want to be part of the program. So why would he learn more about it at this point?
Yeah, essentially like, oh, I'm a part of this thing. It was 50 years ago. Iclyn was there too. Has Iclyn told Gris? Yeah, Iclyn told Gris how she got stood up at stood up at homecoming. He probably realizes like, I don't think she got stood up at homecoming.
Right.
Like something happened and it wasn't this, and I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. And you know what? I don't care anymore. This isn't something I want to learn about anymore. And if learning more about this means putting Iclyn in danger, especially now that he knows like she was there, I don't know if it's worth the risk. So I say this is what Gris does. He says, so I say, he picks up the folder, rips it in half, puts it over itself, rips it in half again, walks over the lake, throws it in the lake. It's like, forget, like F my past. I've got a future to look forward to. I don't know what it is, but I know it probably includes bread and something that looks like drugs. Did you find mints in there?
Iclyn just like smirks like a little bit and she like pulls out like this little medicine.
I'm just kind of like, drugs? What are you guys doing?
Brandon's drugs. Weird, okay?
Jeez. Okay, look, now that you've done your dramatic thing, we have to go get homecoming tickets.
Right. Did you get some money, Iclyn?
Yep.
Okay. I really still don't want to go back to Miss Quinn though.
I start walking towards the school and you come with me.
I look at Iclyn like,
I don't know. I wonder if like Iclyn, I think Iceland's going to try to pitch to Zaff and she's just going to say like, listen, I know that you're scared of Miss Quinn, but trust me when I say Miss Quinn is more terrified of me than you are of her. Let me handle her and keep Gris away.
I mean, like, are you going to roll for something like that?
I probably I don't.
It sounds like hot again. Yeah.
Or to shut her down to stop her from taking Gris.
Let's take a look at what that one is.
I mean, if it's shutting down, can I roll to shut down them trying to shut me down?
Can we roll shut down? Her trying to shut us down, or shut
It's probably going to be hot. But
Shutting
that's
someone
fine.
down is an attempt to take their power and confidence away, usually in front of an audience. Yeah, I don't think shut someone down is the role here. I think
Yeah.
Darn.
I think it's turn
It's
someone on.
hot.
Yeah.
Fine.
Caleb, as a vampire, am I
Mhm.
like jonesing for blood right now?
Oh, I don't know if it's that urgent. I mean, you're probably it's probably the equivalent of you haven't eaten breakfast yet, sort of thing.
Oh, geez.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
Well, that was terrible.
Yikes.
So Zaff,
Yep.
you obviously don't respond to this well. You go ahead and say your thing, how you would respond to this, and then I'm gonna add something else bad that happens.
I
Jeez.
probably just go, Iclyn, you're a ghost. Like, I'm a vampire, and how would she be scared of you? Like, what power do you have over her at all? Yeah, you might have information, but you're also still a ghost.
You're doing a ghost.
Oof. Once again, just hitting me with the "you're a ghost. What can you do?"
Yeah. Also, I gotta go get the homecoming tickets. I haven't eaten anything for quite some time, and Cassie's at school. And I miss her.
After too long of a pause.
Yeah, I saw what you two did the other day.
What, acted like high schoolers?
In the closet.
Yeah. That's what high schoolers do. Secretly make out in closets.
And then
Blood rituals.
No, you're right. I knew what you were saying.
Just normal high school stuff.
Yeah.
I don't even know how
Just
you're getting
finding
away.
ourselves.
I don't even know how you're getting away with this. Well, I think I kind of do, actually. But you need to leave Cassie alone.
And yeah, I mean, Zaff, like anything that Iclyn's saying is just rolling off the top
Yeah,
of you.
I'm
Just
just
like,
kind
you
of
don't
like,
Yeah.
Cassie cares about me. I care about her.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
I don't care what other people say about our relationship.
care. It's completely healthy. Don't you dare look into it further.
We're gonna be together forever. It's gonna be great.
If I have
Since
anything
when
to
do
say
you care
about
about Cassie this much?
This isn't just a high school fling. This is forever.
it, we're gonna get married. We're gonna have a white picket fence, 2.5 children.
It's gonna be great. So look, this whole conversation is happening as I'm walking towards the school. Gris like,
Yeah,
just
I'm like
following
trying. I'm like
behind me
I'm like
mindlessly.
walking like in front of you, like walking backwards, kind of a thing, like trying to like talk to you and be like, no, like
Meanwhile, Gris is like looking at you as I'm going, come on, you gotta do better than that.
I'm trying.
I like to think that he's like just frozen in place and his heels are just digging into the dirt and he's just being like
Oh, he's
magically
got, like,
propelled
wheelies?
forward. Yeah.
Got Heelys on.
Yeah.
Like sitting there. Okay, question. So what exactly? Okay, so
You have to come with Zaff.
do I have to? Does that mean I have to come calmly?
It means you have to go wherever Zaff is going, I think.
Yes, but can I be punching him while doing so? Because right now, Gris sees the only way out of this is violence.
I don't think so. I think the hypnosis would be like, you have to come with me and not put up a fight.
If I had chosen, I think if I had chosen that you effed up my commands, you
Yeah.
could do that.
Yep.
Mhm.
But this isn't like a genie situation where like you just get out of the wording.
Okay.
It's like, no, you have to come with. So you can do other
That's
stuff with
why-
that, but you can't like stop this from happening.
That's
in a
why
way
I
that-
was asking, because is the only option I could foresee working.
You can't use your your physicality to stop this from happening.
I think probably that's what happens. Like Gris like.
Yeah.
Everything's coming up, Zaff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what more I could really
Same. I can't think of anything
to get her to
do.
change her
Yeah,
mind.
I'm gonna throw in something here because I know
Yeah.
basically
No, I
you're
want
just
to know
like
what you're
following
doing.
him. Yeah. I'm just looking at my notes real quick.
I have one. I don't really think. I think if I can't punch Zaff, I can't walk in front of a car. So because I still have the suicidal condition.
Yeah, the thing is,
we could run into Brandon.
you obviously run into someone. The issue is, I just don't think there's anyone that would have known that you would come here specifically who could show up right now and have it be realistic. Because my thought was like, obviously, like you guys broke into Mr. Pearson's house, so like he probably has an idea that it might have been you, Gris, right? Because like the fence was destroyed.
Is it like the police comes?
Yeah, but I don't know. The issue is if the police just show up randomly, I don't know if that is
What does that do?
Connected enough to what's happening in the story, right?
Right.
Though I suppose Gris was arrested once.
I did run away from the cops, didn't I?
Yeah, you know what? The police show up. That seems like because that's probably the only like adult person who would show up to the clearing in the middle of the day. Would be like the police.
Well, we're walking to school now, so we're not in the clearing.
Maybe it's like, since I ran away from the police, this is a small town. They like, hey, that's that kid that ran away from the police the other day.
Yeah. Someone saw you running off.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Well, I mean, they may have just seen 3 teenagers ditching school and just been like, "Hey, you know."
Yeah. Right. So this is this is how I'm framing it. I don't think you guys have made it out of the like general vicinity of the lake yet when a squad car pulls up, right? And Gris is like coming after Zaff, not very reluctantly. Iclyn is like walking next to Zaff, trying to like get him to stop, and then you hear woo, and then squad car pulls up. Gris like happy to see them. Arrest me again, please.
Take me away.
But yeah, so cop pulls.
We have drugs on us.
Just prescriptions. Oh my gosh, they could just
still stolen prescription drugs.
Stolen prescription drugs. So the car pulls up.
It'll get us out. But then Mr. Pearson will find me.
And two police officers step out, and I think it's like kind of like average height, kind of like military looking guy, Caucasian male, and then his partner's like maybe a little bit more rotund of a African American guy, and they both kind of like step out of the cop car, and they like the Caucasian looks at you guys and just says, "Any reason why you guys aren't at school?"
I'm desperately trying to get back there. I'm just trying to get me and these 2 others back to school with all of my being.
I think the black guy like frowns and then like looks at you, Iclyn, and then just says, "What's a girl like you getting mixed up with these hooligans? You don't look like you look like you're in the wrong crowd there, miss."
I'm trying to think what Iclyn would do.
Technically, she's with family.
Sure. Yeah, this is my brother.
As far as we know, honestly.
So I'm definitely fine with like Zaff eventually making that argument with a roll, but like we're play out the conversation a little bit first.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think like what play Iclyn would go here. Is she just like flat out lie, or is she just like awkward about it? I don't know. I'm trying to like decide. I think she's gonna go with the whole like, "I'm so sorry, like this is my friend, and like he hasn't been himself lately, and so I've just been trying to help him not be 5150."
Wait, I don't know if I know what that means.
It means that like you're suicidal.
Oh, I mean, you're not wrong.
He actually has that label right now. Yeah.
Yep.
He nods slowly. The African American guy kind of like nods slowly, and he says, I gotta generate names for these people real quick. I was trying to come up with them off the top of my head. I wonder if police officer name generator is a thing that exists.
Just go like Officer like Hansen or some,
I'm trying to think of a way to get me out of this situation without also breaking this hypnotism.
Yeah, so the black guy says, my name's Officer Steins, and this is Officer Garrity. We just want to let you guys know that we're on your side. We just want to make sure that you guys aren't getting in any trouble. I can see that you really care about your friend here, but you guys really shouldn't be ditching school.
Gris just says, I have to get to school. In a really strained voice.
Yeah.
That's all he can bring himself to say.
He's like, yes, I understand that now that you've been caught. I think Garrity says this. Yes, we understand that now that you've been caught, you're totally fine with going back to school, but we're going to have a conversation here.
Yes, I've been caught. Need to go to school.
Don't I know your father? He looks at you, Zaff. Officer Garrity does. It's like, aren't you Tresnor's boy?
Yeah.
What are you doing here? Do I have to call your dad?
I mean, if you feel like you need to, you can, but I'm really just trying to get these two back to school. And I kind of paid for it already. And I like point to my messed up face.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just trying to get them to school. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Garrity frowns, and then Stein says, well, Mr. Tresnor, if you could just explain to us the situation, I'm sure everything is perfectly understandable. Could you give us a story?
Yeah, so I went to school this morning. I did show up at school. And these two weren't there. And as she was saying that one, and I like nod to Gris, it's been a little. And so I was concerned and I wanted to find him.
Does Zaff technically have to roll because he's not completely telling the truth?
Well, he should roll either way. So let's see.
Probably willing to keep your cool, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. That's my best one.
Yeah, go and roll.
I would say, and then I'm like going along with it. I'm like, oh yeah, no, and I stayed the night with him, like stayed up all night with him, making sure that like, he was, which is technically the truth,
Yeah.
but like, just like making sure that like he was okay.
We slept in a mausoleum
I mean,
together.
what I'm saying is mostly the truth.
Yes.
You're just leaving out some details that you did it because you wanted to do it, as opposed to forced.
Yeah, go ahead and keep it cool. Roll that cold.
Man, Gris just screwed.
Well, because I think the problem is that Iclyn, kind of like Zaff, is actually maybe convinced that going to Miss Quinn might actually be better than Mr. Pearson at this point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which is, she doesn't want you to go to Miss Quinn, but if those are the only two options, Miss Quinn might be better.
We're fine. Zaff rolled really well.
Yeah, so I think
Good.
Officer Steins just like nods and says, that makes perfect sense to me. Now listen, we just want to make sure you kids are safe. We'll go ahead and give you a ride back to school. All the three of you should be able to fit in the back. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, do you have like an ice pack in there for my face?
I think we might have something like that. I'll go check.
Thanks.
Yeah, then if nobody else puts up a fight, I think we just...
I can't.
I mean, Iclyn like looks at
to
Gris.
school, everybody.
Because I don't know. I think I might be convinced that like I might be able to like
at least talk to Quinn.
at least talk to Miss Quinn into like not giving him over to like just like letting us like hide, and like, okay, yeah, you can use Gris as leverage, but I mean like just don't give him to Mr. Pearson kind of a thing. Like, just let him do his thing. Let him go to school. Don't tell him that he's here. Just like, let us like, you know what I mean? Basically just tell Miss Quinn, like, just leave Gris alone. Like, we won't like run away or anything like that. Just don't tell Mr. Pierce. I think like that's going to be like the play here.
Yeah, so we see you guys pull up to school and the officers wave you off. Then don't be getting into more trouble, Mr. Tresnor, or else I'm going to have to be calling your father.
Probably wants you to call him anyway to play a round of golf together.
That's probably true. I'll do that. I'm pretty sure that Officer Garrity is definitely played by the guy who plays Kronk.
I'd like to like
Mr.
give him a
Tresnor.
firm handshake.
Yeah. Very good.
And
Mr.
like,
how old
put
are
a
these
little
gentlemen?
vampire strength
They're
into
middle-aged.
it.
Oh, okay. So then I wouldn't have gone to. Well, I guess I didn't technically go to school.
It's
50
still
years
unclear.
ago.
It's still unclear at this point. Because this is the thing, right? If the things you saw before weren't real, like there's no guarantee that the things you saw now are real, especially because you only got a 7 and 9. So
Right.
it's all very
It
still
is
confusing
reality.
to Iclyn. She's not sure what's going
I don't know what's real anymore.
on. Exactly. Yeah. So I guess you guys go to Quinn's office.
Yeah, we do. I've succeeded in my mission.
Cool. And on that note, yeah.
I just saw my little brother was in the stream.
Oh yeah, that's him. Nice.
Sir, that's my brother. Yeah.
And on that note, let's go ahead and take our break, and we can come back and have the conversation with Miss Quinn when we return. Stick around. We got more Monsterhearts right after this break.